A night of online gaming ended with police responding to a Mason family's home in the middle of the night.
I was dead asleep and I heard a knock on the door and I wasn't sure and I kind of lay there for a minute and then I heard it again.
They stepped in and asked if we had a son and was he around and okay.
A fellow gamer playing League of Legends called 911 and falsely reported the teen was depressed and suicidal.
He said he was thinking he wanted to get out and that he had a gun.
Okay. Did he say what kind of a gun?
No.
Okay.
No, but he said he had it on his desk.
It only took officers a few minutes of questioning to realize the family fell victim to swatting.
I've heard of it, but I figured no one would ever do it to me.
The prank is a trend that's happening nationwide where false information prompts a police response.
And it's scary and people seem to be getting joy out of it right now.
The family talked with us anonymously, wanting to warn others of the dangerous trend, but also now realizing how easily personal information shared online can be used against you.
If this can happen in our little town right here, in the middle of the night, the police can come to my son, my straight A son, and he's getting frisked in the middle of the night, with 3 officers staring at him. It can happen to anyone.
Now, Mason police tell us this incident is under investigation. Many times people pulling these types of pranks make it difficult to trace the calls and get to the bottom of who's behind this swatting. Reporting live in Mason, Amanda Kelly, WLWT News 5. Coyotes have been spotted in several neighborhoods, coming close to back porches and pets. A Deerfield Township man shared video with us that shows 4 coyotes walking through his backyard just this past week. Under the dark of night, 4 coyotes were captured on camera passing through a yard in Deerfield Township this week, becoming the talk of the neighborhood.
His camera, it's on that shed. You can see it right there.
Neighbor Pete Vecchio took us on a backyard tour in Simpson Creek Farms North, where the coyotes were spotted. Not far from his dogs, causing some concern.
We do have a small dog that if they got a hold of, he would probably be a quick snack.
The coyotes were spotted again New Year's morning around 3 a.m. Wildlife experts say the increased activity this time of year is expected.
We have gotten a couple questions from neighbors and they are seeing coyotes more frequently, mostly because it's mating season right now, so they're out and a little bit more active than they normally would be.
Just to be safe, this family installed an extra high fence. It keeps their dogs in and the coyotes out. Vecchio says the extra late night activity along Winding Creek Court has neighbors keeping close watch.
It does, justifiably so, I would think, but if you don't have a fenced-in yard, those folks are probably a little more concerned.
Coyotes also have been on the move even more, looking for food and trying to keep warm. But there's not much you can do to stop them from stopping by.
You can do though is be very smart and cautious and make sure that they are fearful of humans. Make sure your pets and small children are attended to when they're outside.
Now, I spoke with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources today, and they tell me that coyotes are instinctively fearful of humans. But if you happen to spot one that isn't, that is unusual, and you should contact your local law enforcement or trappers to address that. Reporting live in Warren County tonight, Amanda Kelly, WLWT. Well, there are gutters, shingles, and shattered glass to clean up in this backyard along Clover Road. The 80-year-old homeowner tells us she was inside when this tree came crashing into her home.
It sounded like a bomb, and it even knocked a picture over in the kitchen.
Strong winds sent a tree through 80-year-old Charlotte Hauk's roof this afternoon in Williamsburg, snapping it like a toothpick.
It happened so quick, you don't have a chance to be scared, but I come out right away and I saw what happened.
Her daughter Debbie had just raked the leaves in this very spot about 10 minutes before Mother Nature made a mess.
This is the last part that I cleaned up, got in my car, drove across the street to my house, got out of my car, and I heard a big crash.
Now the roof has a hole covered thanks to a tarp from the fire department. Her sunroom on the back patio now collapsing. But Houck is just grateful her daughter wasn't in the tree's path.
She would have been killed, I'm sure. Right.
14 trees were removed from Houck's backyard just this past spring, but it only took this one to cause all of this damage.
That's what you get, I guess, when you live in the woods. Live out where there's trees, you're gonna have this happen.
The homeowner tells us she hopes the wind and the rain is done for the rest of the night, so this is all of the cleanup she'll have to deal with for now. Reporting in Claremont County, Amanda Kelly, WLWT News 5. Tyra Patterson says it still feels like a dream waking up with not only her freedom, but also a full-time job after serving 23 years behind bars. Now she's wasting no time working to help others like her find justice. A Christmas morning miracle. 42-year-old Tyra Patterson walked out of prison and kissed the ground.
God, I'm free. Like, I'm actually free. Actually, it still feels surreal. It feels unbelievable.
Patterson was paroled after serving 23 years for the aggravated robbery and murder of 15-year-old Michelle Lay of Dayton, something she still breaks down about decades later.
I don't beat myself up anymore about it. But it's something that I will live for the rest of my life.
She studied while incarcerated, earning her GED and paralegal certification, educating herself, determined to make a difference. Patterson sat down with me on her first day of work at the Ohio Justice and Policy Center, excited for a fresh start and a chance to help others.
What pushed you to do more?
I didn't give up because I knew that this day was coming, and I wanted to be prepared for that.
Petitions and campaigns from celebrities and local leaders helped this woman fight her case.
It's my personal opinion that Tyra deserves a chance to be free again.
Patterson says she was an innocent bystander who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Evidence of a 911 call Tyra made the night of the murder also surfaced, further proving her innocence.
Hello, this is Cynthia, and there's something going around here. I don't know what it is, but I heard gunshots.
Ohio Justice and Policy Center Executive Director David Singleton says the turning point for Tyra was when the victim's sister came forward.
She told me Tyra didn't have anything to do with the robbery. She wasn't involved in the murder. And we actually told the police that night.
I wish I could fight for Michelle Lay, like I am fighting for so many others.
Now Patterson will be working to help others wrongly incarcerated and doing community outreach at the very center that helped her get her freedom back.
No, it will never take away. No matter how many people are there or how many opportunities I have, that is one void that I cannot fill.
Right now, her biggest fear is failure.
Failure is not an option for me. I'm not going to fail. I'm going to succeed.
Ready to start my life.
Patterson's next fight is to be pardoned. That determination is up to Ohio Governor John Kasich. Amanda Kelly, WLWT News 5.